What kind of stuff are they giving you the most trouble about in terms of censorship? Nudity or
like
language?
waking up.
Just getting out of bed in the morning?
They just have it in their minds that they want to hire somebody, but they don't want any communication made. You know, they want to like make you into something. I don't know. It's like, I guess it goes into white homes. They're worried about that a lot.
What do they? Yeah, you know, it's funny. Gwen Barrett, our associate producer, or sometime producer, is black. You know, and Carmen Matias is Hispanic.
You have to be colored to be on television.
Yeah, colored.
Yes, you can't be black. You have to have a little colored in there, just a taste.
Tad.
Yeah, just to keep it interesting for America.
Yeah. Well, she said, we were talking about your humor, that your humor offends white people, and I'm not that easily offended. Like, I'm not coming from a spot where Richard Pryor is going to offend me. I think you have humor that makes us see a lot of the truth and laugh at things we wouldn't normally laugh at. I think that's part of what you're doing. What do you think that these executives are afraid you're going to do to white America?
Probably stop some racism.
Stop racism?
There we go. I was going to say the mic isn't muted. I just wanted to have it where hold on. I just want to look cool, just looking at the camera. Seeming like everything was quiet, but it's not. What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? It is Sunday. It is Sunday. It's Sunday. And I am here, and we're starting a new show. We're not starting a new show, but we have a show on today. So yay, woohoo! You have to forgive me. I am so part of my current health condition, you know, heart failure and shit. Not that I'm asking for failure shit like that. Just mention it. I have to take a certain amount of medicines. Now, I'm, trying to get over it. I'm trying to actually get better. Doing things like going for a walk outside almost every day, or definitely changing up my diet, which kind of fell off of it a little bit this weekend. Not on the like salt or fat type shit, but just on. I get to that story. I've been dealing with like if I miss a medicine or I have to do changes to medicine, that actually messes with me a lot. And it's known because it's one of the known side effects of medicines. It actually just kind of affects your body that way. So I haven't been streaming as much as I want to, but it's been a thing. Oh yeah, I'm gonna watch that later. But I have been mostly watching a lot of YouTube and Twitch. And I kind of okay, I like to say it like this, and it's gonna sound weird. But I don't know, art muscles that I use a lot. And yeah, art muscles. And sometimes you can actually burn out. I feel like I burn out my art muscles. So yeah, that's the thing that happens. So like I've been working on redoing the coloring for one of my art pieces of art that I had did before, and I just cannot figure out like what color I want to get it and what how it will actually contrast to what I already have and all this other good stuff. You guys seen my astrobot here. I did this all inside of a day as far as the coloring. The art creation, like the actual creation of the art, it took me another 2 days to do, like get it perfectly. But I don't know if you guys actually saw this. This is the astrobot that I did. It took me a day to fully cover it and get the just what I wanted to get out of it. So yeah, this is one of those things where it's just like I probably should have spaced it out over like 3 days, but I was like, no, I have to finish this today. 8 hours of uninterrupted work, kind of uninterrupted work on this, but just sitting down and working on this for 8 hours. It was fucking hard. I'm not gonna lie, and most of it was just the coloring of the background, like seriously, or the blending and stuff like that. It it's on watercolor paper, so watercolor paper is notoriously difficult for saturation for alcohol markers. And I let's face it, I have cheap alcohol markers, which isn't a knock because some people would actually tell you Copic and my personal favorite Winston and Norton. What matters is the saturation. The saturation is actually the big thing, and to work on that saturation, it can be a little time consuming, especially if you don't use color pencils. And right now my color pencil stash is quite a bit useless because I buy shit from Amazon. I know, but yeah, no, it took me all day Monday to work on this. And for the rest of the week, doctor's appointments, trying to get my health together. And also it is one of those things where just yeah, it sucked. It sucked for the last week because I missed a couple of days on my medicine, and when I got back on the one that they are trying to get me on a higher dose. Yeah, that sucked. It sucked because just a couple of days without it, it was just bad. It was just bad. So yeah, I'm better now. I'm better now. So anyway, how's everybody doing? How's everybody enjoying the show? Enjoying the day? Since I am, an atheist, my thoughts and concerns go out to the people that are in Florida. I hope everything goes well there with the hurricane hitting. Hurricane Helen. I wish people actually, if you can, I know it's pretty much past, but stay safe. One of the things that I will always say in anybody that is useful in anybody, the water may look like it's only a small amount standing, but don't try to drive through deep amounts of water. Don't try to, be a hero or be like, Mr. Brave. Help was always good in times of need. Yeah. So, yesterday I would have streamed more, but I'm gonna ask a question. How many of you guys know what 30 pounds of rib tips are. I know it seems weird. It's a weird question to ask. But 30 pounds of rib tips, that motherfucker's a lot. And I will say that. I will say barbecuing, grilling 30 pounds of rib tips is a lot. So I spent from about 10 o'clock yesterday to about 5 o'clock grilling 30 pounds of rib tips. Now, here's the thing about me and my grilling, because I'm just awesome at cooking, you know. Awesome at cooking. To be quite honest with you, I just take a little bit of care with when I'm cooking, especially on the grill. And so, yeah. It took me, 5-6 hours to cook that much. You know, I started at 11. The first batch was ready in about an hour and a half. I sent it off to my daughter because she likes my cooking because I can cook really goddamn good. Yeah, no, it was I've only did that much once before, and a whole 30 pounds actually cost me $25, which, you know, normally a 10-pound box costs about $25. So yeah, no, people were ecstatic, and I gotta go take some to a friend of mine when I get the time to. That's gonna be that's gonna be a thing that I have to do probably later on today. Anyway. No. I have a few videos that I want to try to get to. I want to try to rush through. Not to be, you know, super, you know, quick with it. I just want to be able to spend some time and just, I don't know, put some more, put some more videos through, you know, give you guys a good time. So, let's get to it, and let's get started. All right. So our first video today is actually going to be a positive one. I know, right? Weird. We're going to have a positive video on this channel. And it's going to just I want to go through it, and we're going to cover it, and we're going to see how this works, okay? So let's go. You guys know that, you know, whenever I feature somebody on the channel, I give a good reason why I disagree with them or agree with them. It is one of those things where you're not just going to hear me, oh, I just hate this person and all that other good reason. I may have done it when I first started, but it's one, I didn't properly communicate what I needed to communicate at that time. I probably just, you know, was just doing the outrage for the outrage. And I hope that my time on this channel has shown you that I want to give reasons of why I have issues with certain people or agree with certain people's point. This was one of those things where I had to give people credits. I had to give people their flowers. Because this video we have here by Albert and Preach highlights something. And, well, you'll see it. Let's go.
Sapples, what are you up to?
Let me just turn it down because some of these people, it's a video covering people in mostly Britain, probably. So let's turn it down a little bit.
Oh, tu mai? 17.
Obviously, go, bro.
Oh, calofai. What is it? I can't talk for long, bro. I'm just doing some work, but I was just thinking about you, and I just thought I'd ring up.
Now watch this. I don't want to just sit back and like I'm not adding to it, but watch this. Let's check this out.
And say love you, bro.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh, is it just for some comfort from last night's game?
Queensland suck.
I love you too, bro. Yeah, I love you, bro.
What's up?
What's happening?
How are you, bro?
Good, cuz. How are you?
I'm good. Just want to let you know, brother, that I'm thinking about you, and I love you, bro.
Now, you may be thinking like, oh yeah, no, this clown is just laughing at him because he's just like, you know what? No, why you say that? That sounds, you know, in lack of a better terms, and not to use it derogatory, that sounds like, you just saying some gay stuff to me or something like that. But like, check it out. We're gonna come back to this at the end of the video, and I did watch this already.
Fuck you, bro!
Now, if you a guy and you've had friends that you're close to, and I love you, man. Like, why the fuck are you making me feel it? Why are you trying to make me feel these feelings? Dude, no, fuck you. Why are you trying to make me have these feelings? No, we not about to do that. Cuss me out, put a knife on me, holler at me, but don't make me have feelings. But let's continue.
For those who don't understand and they need a translation, it means love you back.
Yeah.
That's just what it is.
Yeah. But thank you for making me feel all these feelings right now out of nowhere.
Exactly.
Yeah, but love you too.
So, man, what's going on?
Not much, brother. What are you up to?
Oh, just eating some chicken and rice,
Nice. Oh, yeah, I'm just calling to say I love you.
I love you too, man.
Kia ora, my brother.
Kia ora.
See, and then the way that was responded is like, yo, bro, thanks for checking on me. Let's go.
My brother, how are you?
I'm good, bro. I'm good, and you?
Yeah, I'm good. Just ringing just to say I love you and I'm proud of you.
Oh, way to fucking make me blush.
Like these are just coming from genuine places. Even if they know they cat is going on a show, this is like genuine good places. Let's go.
How you going, my brother?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, bro. Hey, I can't talk long, but I just wanted to ring and say, man, I'm so proud of you, bro, and I love you, eh?
Yeah?
Yeah, my brother. Hey.
This man is so uncomfortable saying it. He can't look at the camera. He's looking down. But you can tell this man really means it. Like, wow. Like, come on. Let's go.
I was going to ring you and say, fucking, a massive congratulations.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
I just want to say, love you, bro.
Oh, love you, Jules.
Sweeties. I'll talk to you later.
Aren't you?
Oh, yo.
See, like, this is the reason why this is something that's like super powerful, because what's end up happening is these guys, fuck, somebody actually cares about me. Not, oh, they think I'm strong, they think I'm tough. Oh, this person actually cares about me. But let's go.
What are you up to?
Nah, nothing much here. Just at the gym.
Oh, nice. Just wanted to say I'm thinking of you and I love you, bro.
Oh, hey, what was it?
Oh, no, just thinking of you.
That's gay.
There we go. But it's not a like, no, dog, don't say that to me. It's like, again, why you making me have these feelings? Let's go.
I was waiting for that one.
But what do you say afterwards? That's gay. Love you too.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's not that serious. It don't mean what you think.
That's gay.
Fuck you!
So I told you we was gonna come back to this one, right? Because in the end, you guys are gonna see what's going on with this one. Let's go.
Is that all good?
Kiss my ass.
again, it's more like, why are you making me feel these emotions? Like, no, dog, come on. Like, man, you my brother. I love you, bro. And you see it like, what? Let's go.
Oh, crack up. What do you know?
Just want to say I love you, bro.
They may be
I love you
Aussie.
too, mate. Full send. You are so random, bro. Anyway, I'll talk to you soon.
Okay, love you.
And then, like, again, this is another was like, yeah, dog, yeah, I love you too. And it's not in the sense of like, yeah, I wanna ditty you. No, it's like then like I appreciate you. And look how like you can tell that all of these guys is on the phone. Not only are they like, yeah, they smile and it makes them feel good. Let's keep going.
Facts.
If any one of my friends call me, because my friends, they know I don't like to talk on the phone, and
True.
they say that shit to me,
True.
I'm gonna think they're gonna off themselves.
Facts.
That's what I'm gonna think. I'm gonna be like, yo, are you good? Like this, the way they talking it sounds like goodbye.
Yeah.
It sounds like goodbye more than love you.
Yeah.
Like
facts.
Like I'd be super weirded out by that shit. Not because.
And see, here's the thing. It's so unheard of. It's so not regular. Like you hear it with women all the time. They express affection. But it's so unnormal for guys that they think like, oh, God, what's gonna happen? Are you okay? Like, and even the guy was like, you know, at first was like, have you been doing well? And it's just like, I've been sick all day. It's just like all week, and it's just like, yo, dog, like, come on now, this is weird, but it's not unappreciated. But let's go.
Well, first, because you don't just use that word like that.
What's wrong?
To me, there's nothing wrong.
I love you, bro.
Fuck off. Anyways,
again, he did it. He just did exactly what it is. Now, okay, and as I said before, these two cats, I don't agree with all of their politics. And actually, some of their politics has changed as they started. But you can actually see, like, Preacher's birthday, the thing that when Abba got him the cigars, the pipe, and the Cavassier. It was just like, dude, you helped me grow as a person, and I appreciate everything. Like, nah, you appreciate that I make you money. Like, no, you just like, and you actually see it. Even though they claim that they weren't friends when it first started, I can imagine that, you know, they buddies. Not like, oh, you just like, no, I can imagine that, you know, they can hang out at some point where it's just like, you know, oh no, we just work together. But let's go.
I love you, bro.
Don't.
Look at your little crinkle smile. You know I love you, right?
Of course you do. I make you make that money.
No, not just get that. I love you.
No, that's a lie. Anyways.
No, I actually love you.
That's a lie.
I'm proud of you, bro.
Don't do that.
Don't do what?
Don't do that.
Come on, we've hugged so many times.
No, the fuck.
Let's go.
We have. How many times have I dapped you up like this? Hold up, come in. And then I'm like,
no, never. That never happened.
Yo,
that has never.
You are capping, bro.
That's never happened,
bro. All the time
no,
we just
this, and that's it. And
no.
Move
but
back.
That's not.
This is just literally how. And again, I don't want to say like, oh yeah, no, guys, so like, no, it's just like, one, you don't want to seem weak. One, you don't want to seem like you being like sus or something like that. So it's hard for guys to actually see this. But when it is done, genuine, like, yeah, no, I appreciate you, dog. You have no idea like how much that helps a guy.
That's not move back. Somebody just come in here.
Oh, you are capping so hard right now.
Why are you trying to deny it in front of the camera? That's what I don't understand.
I'm not trying to deny. I'm not trying to deny it.
You know I love you, right?
No, I don't know that. And
so, yeah, let's keep with this video. Let's keep going with this video. But like, it's this whole thing also of just like, you know, this is weird, man. Why are you acting weird?
I'm sorry, I never told you. I love you.
It's fine. I don't care.
Okay.
Anyways, My friends know that I don't like to talk on the phone, and if they use that word is to be used lightly. You don't fucking throw that shit out like that. My people know that I don't throw that shit out like that, just randomly. By the actions of the people, I know they care for me. I know that they love me. People don't need to tell it to me, because I know. I already know.
But you didn't know that I loved you.
No, I don't care. It's different.
Let's go.
You don't care?
No.
But you said you didn't know.
Don't care.
You don't care.
Didn't know, don't care.
Okay. But I love you. You know that, right? No. Even if you don't care, but you know.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. As long as you know. You don't have to care. You realize this whole video is a setup for me to tell you I love you?
No, I don't know. I didn't know.
That's my actions showing you. Like, I have a hard time saying, so I had to play this.
No, you show it. No, that's all that shit is bullshit in front of the camera. That's not how you show you appreciate a motherfucker. That's not you. If they don't know that you care for them, it's because they're really not attentive. Because you show it, but you don't say it either. Now you're just doing that for the purpose of the camera.
So what? But I bet you this motherfucker appreciated though.
Whatever, in the purpose of this video. But in everyday life, that's not how you show you appreciate a motherfucker. You show it numerous times. You show it so much that you don't even have to say it. It goes without saying.
I agree, but it's good to say.
Nah, selfish. It's for you.
No.
Yo, you're not saying that for me because I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about you.
I think it's good for both people. And here's why I know it's good for both people. Because the other person, when they hear it, even though they know it instinctively, just hearing it said out loud, there's a wave of emotion. Why? Because even though they've known it through action, something about just hearing it being audibly said is like, it's almost like we might know we're in a relationship, but we got to be able to say it too.
Sure, but the thing that happens is that if I know that's not your MO, I'm gonna look at it differently. I'm gonna be like, that's not how you act.
Sure.
Okay, so that's an interesting point to make. That if somebody just come out the blue, it's just weird. It's different. Now, again, it could be the prompting of the video. They're just like, oh, I might as well, like, fine, I do it because this is being brought up, even though I, mean it a different way. But let's finish watching.
But what do you always say? Use your words. Use your words. Because why would you assume somebody knows something that you know if you haven't said it explicitly? And you say that for all kinds of relationship dynamics.
I say use your words when you're trying to explain something, when something is ambiguous. If we have like an argument or some shit like that, and I'm talking to you some kind of way that makes you feel, this motherfucker thinks I don't like him, then use your words. But if there's nothing was triggered, there was no reason for this, then why would you? I don't see the necessity of using your words. That's not how it felt like when you just said it right there. It was a video. It was a setup.
Because I've never told you, so I don't know if you knew.
And
did you notice? No, listen. Fuck the camera for a second.
I can't.
Okay,
because it's right there.
I understand, but you know when I'm being genuine with you, right?
No.
You don't know?
No, I don't.
See, so I had assumed that you knew me well enough. The same way I could have assumed that you knew, but I didn't know.
No, I don't know when you're genuine.
In that same way that.
How much you want to bet Myron and Walter will never do some shit like this on camera at all, ever. Myron be throwing mugs talking about again, and Freshly's like, coconuts in Barbados. Let's go.
You may not know when I'm trolling. I may not know if you know how I feel. So the best way to be clear is just like in a dating context, right? Pause. Lightning. Right. Right. What do you
Brimstone!
Why do you say about women? Women don't use nonverbals. Don't use all these things. 100%. You should be explicit with the things that you're thinking 100%. And feeling, right? Yeah. Because if you assume, then you may be getting upset about things. And I always tell myself this, oftentimes, we don't wait to say the things that we really feel on the inside until something bad has happened to somebody or it's already too late. So I think it's good sometimes to just be explicit. I try to do that. It's like this, when you got a partner, you already make her feel beautiful all the time, but she still like hearing it.
Okay, good for that person.
And the reason why is like, even though I know my partner does because they're sexually attracted to me, to hear the words is also different. Sure. I think love. So I don't think you have to add sausage.
This don't go anything against the whole, hey, they may be a sus. But no, seriously, this is actually a fun little conversation. How often do you tell your friends, like, yo, I care about you. I care about your well-being. Maybe you don't use the word "I love you," but it's just like, yo, I'm concerned. Like, just, let me know what's going on. But let's go.
Just sprinkle it on every day. But I'm saying it's okay sometimes to just explicitly say things that you're feeling.
I ain't mad at that.
You shouldn't assume the other person knows.
But that's not your MO. If you move outside of your MO, I will find it very suspicious. If you plop of it, I'm like, you're being weird right now. Fair. That's not you.
Fair.
You think everything is gay under the sun, okay? Including the sun.
Fair.
So you doing that shit is weird. It's weirdo shit to me. So I'm like, trolling.
So what I would say is that's not my MO maybe in our dynamic, but it's not necessarily my MO in everyday life. I tell the people in my life that I love them.
This is not everyday life in front of a camera.
Yes, I agree. So you're feeling
Record is right there. I see it.
You're feeling like this is a bit of a performance because it's in front of the camera.
100%.
Okay, and what I'm trying to say is the topic enabled the door to be open to feel comfortable to say that. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I would agree if this was just a random video. No, but this video is incredibly pertinent to what I'm talking about right now. In the same token, you might not be comfortable. You might feel it's performed to talk about suicide randomly on video because then you're just like, what? You don't normally talk about it. That's fair. But if the topic is literally about that, if the video we're reacting to is talking about men's reaction to, and you go into that emotional experience, I wouldn't assume it's a performance. Why? Because it's in relation to the topic.
Yes, but I assume that because I know you like that. I know you perform some shit.
I do.
So, what do you do when you have a friend that treats you, that actually comes out and say this out of the blue? You question the shit. But we still ain't finished with the video yet. Let's go.
Yeah, I do. So like I was saying, if a motherfucker says that out of the blue, I'm especially you calling me, yo,
all right.
I'm gonna drop everything that I'm doing and I'm gonna go see if you're alright.
Yeah.
And that's a natural reaction when it comes to guys. But that lets you know, one, how much this person this person values you. That if you call them, you sound something weird, they coming over and just coming to check you out. Again, it's not saying it back, but it's more like, yo, my guy, something may be going on. But let's go.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you, don't do shit like that again.
Yes. Well, do it, but just be mindful. That's all I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
If you're trying to express yourself, I shouldn't stop you from doing it, but just recognize I'm not used to it, so it might take me some adjusting.
Love you too. Later, Bob.
Hey, bro. Hey, I can't chat for long, but I just wanted to let you know that I'm really proud of you, and I love you, bro.
Yeah, cheers, bro. Love you too.
Cheers. I just wanted to call, just to let you know I love you, bro.
Oh, all good, G.
So, bro, I'll talk to you later.
Love you too, bro. Later, G.
Later, bro.
Again, come back to saying it back like, this is weird, this is off-putting, but shit, you checking on me. Let's go.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying to you, I love you, bro.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah,
I hope you do.
I do.
Hi, James.
Hello, my brother. How are you?
Oh, good, thanks. And yourself?
Yeah, going great. Look, I don't have long. I'm just in the middle of something in the city, but I wanted to ring you and just let you know and remind you that I love you, bro.
Cheers, mate. Good on you. Appreciate it. Love you too, brother.
Solid.
Dude was just so appreciative to just have somebody say that to him. Let's go.
No, I'm just calling to let you know, just thinking about you, and I love you.
Love you, bro. You all good?
All good, brother.
See, there again goes the, man, like, you ain't about to do something to yourself. Like, yeah, no, seriously. They appreciate it, and then they think like, oh, something bad is about to happen. But you hear the pause and just like, they appreciate it. But let's go.
You all good?
Yeah, all good. Happy Matariki, mate.
Happy Matariki.
Bro, how are you?
Good, good. I was just thinking about you, and I just wanted to tell you that I love you.
I love you too, brother.
I hope you're having a good day.
You
Hey,
know why I love you?
why do you love me?
Because you go,
Love you, bro.
kiss my ass.
Yeah?
Bro, I'm like crying, hey. I'm crying on the inside, bro.
And he said it. I'm just crying on the inside. No, this is like literally, yeah, exactly.
Just thinking about you, brother. All good?
You notice this guy's specific reaction is one of like deflection. the laughter isn't actually laughter in terms of like, this is hilarious. The laughter is like, I'm uncomfortable by the absurdity of the situation and everything that I'm feeling right now. Yeah. When he said he's crying on the inside, I believe it. Some people are so not used to hearing the word that for them is a big deal. And other groups of men, like, it's just not that big a thing to hear. So they're just like, yeah, I love you too, man. It's not a thing. You know, I think as men especially, like, I've definitely gone through the process of telling some of the people in my life, you know, some of the men in my life, like, you know, I loved them and I was very proud of them. For some people, that kind of acknowledgement and really being seen that way is like probably some of the most vulnerable shit. And it feels good to be like, damn, all this tension I've been holding in from everything I've been going through, and someone's like seeing my shit. So I think I can understand the reaction of that guy being a bit defensive when he hears these words and how he's crying on the inside and how it's making him feel so many things. Because it's not always common to hear that. Even if we know it instinctively, just hearing it sometimes is cathartic.
Bro, he's nuts. Resting on your chin, boy. Fuck. No.
He's still going at it like... And I don't know if the prompt was like to get them to say it back, but he's just going at it like why, dog, why are you doing this to me? Why are you putting me on the spot like this? Even if he doesn't know that there's an audience, he's putting it on the spot. And I think this is the reason why I want to make this a video. I think right here, this is the one why I want to make it a video. Let's check this out.
Hey, brother, how are you?
Good. You?
Yeah, good. Hey, listen, mate, I can't talk for long, but I was just thinking about you, and I just wanted to ring and tell you I love you, bro.
Hearing this from this guy caused this cat to break down. And even a dude who is on the phone talking, he seems like he's not far from tears because he just made somebody's day. And how do you know that this made somebody's day? This dude openly started weeping because somebody says, I see you, I care about you. I can't argue with that, man. I can't argue with that. This is why I wanted to do this video, even though I saw it. Because just to hear a cat talking about this, responding like this, and these ain't no young cats like, oh yeah, no, it's like, no. It's like, yo, hey, you appreciate it. But let's go.
You didn't need to do that.
Are you crying?
I'm crying on the inside. I'm crying on the inside.
Okay, brother. All right, I'm just heading off to work, so I'll catch you later.
All right, bye.
Love you, bro.
I'll kick your ass later on. See you, bro. Love you, bro.
After all that posturing, after all that, why are you doing this to me? It still came back to love you, bro, too. Still came back to that. Because in the end, when you know it's from somebody who appreciates you, it's going to feel good.
Finally, fuck, shit.
Yeah, I know. I thought it was a cool video. I thought for a lot of people, sometimes their perception of men and the way that they talk about their emotions is always very one-dimensional. But in my experience, men show each other love in a lot of different ways. And even if it's understood instinctively, even if it's not always said orally, people do understand it. And I think over time, I've definitely seen men become much more expressive about these things between each other and be much more open. And so I think a lot of the old ways that I think people view men stereotypically, I don't feel like it's applied nearly as much. So yeah, I think it was just a good video, and I would encourage all the guys who are watching right now. I'm sure your boys know it. It's okay to also tell them. You know what I'm saying? Normalize that stuff. I'm not saying y'all got to be like, and be all weird, but do you love me? I love you, dude. You know, you're not going to do all that weird ass shit. But I think it's okay to have a heart-to-heart to tell them people. Do that with your girl. Do that with your kids. You know? I'm used to parents who never expressed compliments very well.
I do that to my kids all the time.
Your cats?
My kids. Not my cats, my kids.
Where's this going?
Wait for it.
Nowhere. I don't have
troll. Yeah.
kids.
Okay, there you go. I was like, what did he? I was waiting for the punchline. I don't know. You know,
I don't have cats. My girl has cats.
Okay, got you. Yeah, do it to other people. It costs you nothing. Just make sure the compliments are genuine. Make sure the words are genuine coming out of your mouth. As long as they are, I always encourage people to share what they're thinking and they're feeling. And I think we could all stand to hear it a little bit more from the people around us. Remind them that you're proud of them. If that's what you feel on the inside, don't keep it to yourself. Don't wait until it's some commencement speech every time. It's okay to be there in the middle of the journey and be able to say those things, okay? But as long as you mean it, I would encourage you to say it. Thoughts?
Nope.
Now, you would think, oh, this video is over and all the other good shit, right? There's still 5 minutes left in this video. I want y'all to remember that. Let's go.
I'm not the same way. Because I don't use it like, just use it. Yeah, you could use it and everything and stuff, but I have a certain, I protect that word. Because when I say it, it really means something. So I'm not going to be the one that's going to be like, throw it out there and everything and stuff. I use it very specifically. You know what I mean?
Why?
Because it has a meaning to me. It really means something to me. It really means something. It's the utmost of something. I think there's better words to express what we think and what we like. And I think that love word is used too much. No, you do not love this. You do not love that. So I reserve it. Yes, I will say it to my people. I will say it to my friends. But there is the meaning of that is deep to me.
And some people are like that. You can't judge them for that. That doesn't mean they don't feel in deep ways. Well, let's go.
Deeper than that. It's just not, some people don't like to say, oh my God, all the time. You know what I mean? When they express themselves. Because to them, the meaning of God is bigger than just an expression. When you say, oh my God, you are calling unto a bigger human being or a bigger being. So they're not going to use that phrase because of the importance of God has in their life. It doesn't have much in my life, so I don't care about using it. But the word love to me has a big importance. And that's where I'm going to refrain from using it. I'm not going to use it in vain. The same way that some people are not going to use the word or the name of God in vain.
Okay, what does that mean to use it in vain?
Just use it. I feel like whenever the more you use it, the less it kind of loses its power. It kind of loses its meaning because you use it at every sauce. You know what I mean? It's a little bit like spices. You use spices everywhere. You're going to be a little bit desensitized about the spices. You understand what I'm saying?
Let me ask you a follow-up question.
Go ahead.
Do all the people that you love, have they heard you tell them that you love them? Once. I'm not talking about many times.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
And some of these motherfuckers I don't love, and I appreciate. I don't love you. I appreciate.
That's fair. That's fair.
You know what I mean? And then also there's different thing where different discussion what we're gonna have where, some people was like, you never say that. I'm like, yo, okay, cool. Then you don't maybe you don't understand it because the only way you understand appreciation and love is very unidirectional.
It's your way.
It's really just if you don't say it, then it doesn't. But say that, okay. So it's like maybe that's from my parents and everything and stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah. I knew my parents. My parents love me. I know they still do. You know what I mean? I understand the efforts and the sacrifice that they did, and that's love. It felt good when they said it, and they did say it, and I was able to enjoy that. But on top of them saying it, I've seen the work behind their love. That proved that they loved it. They loved it.
And that's another thing too with this video. When the guys were actually saying it to the guys on the phone, it wasn't some weird shit. It was more like, yeah, I know, brother, and thank you for telling me. But let's continue to watch this video.
Different ways. You understand what I'm saying? Sure. There's a lot of people that are going to talk and going to say the word love. And it don't mean shit. It don't mean squat diddly. You know what I mean? Sure. They're going to be like, yo, I love you. They fuck up with you and everything and stuff. And then they're going to turn around and be like, I love you. No, you don't.
I think I'm just trying to find the happy medium between what you're describing of these people on the extreme and our parents' generation.
I think I am more a medium than the generation. And I think I am in the middle, more leaning to my parents, but still a medium than Oh my God, I love this, I love that, I love this, I love you, I love them, I love every like.
That's an extreme. I agree.
Yeah, and my parents in the generation before was another extreme.
Exactly.
You understand? So I will say it, but when I say it, there is power to that. So I'm not gonna abuse of it.
Gotcha. Cool. Well, listen, these are different perspectives. Where do you guys fall? Do you guys think it's a good thing? Have you guys changed? I'd love to see your comments below.
No, you would like. You would appreciate.
Man, cut me off to tell me to use the right word.
That's my way of showing you my love for you.
So you're saying you love me?
Yeah, I appreciate you.
It's okay. There's nothing wrong with that because that's the way he feels and that's he communicates, and I have to accept that. It doesn't have to be reciprocal, and that's okay. That's how it is, though.
It is. I just have more levels.
Like I said, I feel the way I feel. He feels where he's at, and that's okay.
You just say
just because you love somebody doesn't have to be reciprocal, and just because they're not there, that's not even a bad thing. You should not shame them.
You just use love everywhere. You say red, I say cardinal. I'm more specific on my love.
And if you don't get it, Preach is kind of trolling Abba just a little bit. Not that he's saying is a lie, but he's trolling him just a little bit. And it's starting to slip, but let's go.
So what you're saying is we feel the same thing. I just use a more intense word than you?
Yes.
And I would disagree.
Cool. Why?
Yes, because I love you like family. There is no higher level than that.
I love you like family too.
Okay, so then it's not appreciation.
It is. It's a deep level of appreciation.
He's trolling him.
You on some bullshit, you know that?
Yeah, I know that.
At any rate. You had me to that last one, I'm like...
All right.
Money that you're seeing?
So yeah, that was an interesting video, I will admit. And again, after all that was said, you know, first let people know how you feel about them. Call them and tell them just like, yo, I love you, I appreciate you, something. Don't let these people be in your life for those who you actually care about and appreciate. Don't let these people be in your life and just, oh yeah, no, dog, yeah, and wait till tragedy happens. Because after someone is gone, they can't hear you anymore. When you go to funerals and, yeah, I wish I would have told her how much this person appreciated, or worst case where they felt they weren't appreciated and they self-deleted. This is something that we should all take the time to do today. Anyway, it goes. Thank you guys for watching this video clip. Stick around if you're watching on stream. And we're gonna cut this segment here. Alright. So I'm gonna step away for just a minute. Give me a second, guys. All right, so I might as well do it. Just looking at a few things that I have.
What's good, everybody?
So yeah, no, that was an interesting video. I'm sure you guys heard me talk about the people that I know, and just making sure I don't have a lot of guy friends. That's something that was kind of orchestrated when I was younger, but it kind of fell into a pattern once I got quite a bit older. But yeah, no, I have a lot of women friends, and for a guy still, it's a whole new level of weird to tell a heterosexual guy to tell a heterosexual, or most of my friends that are mostly heterosexual. Again, that we're not going to talk about how I have a lot of just bi women friends. We're not going to have that conversations right now. But it can still be in a place of, it can seem off-putting or weird to, tell friends, things like that. But, do it. Have that conversation with your people. Let them know, man. Yeah, I care about you. You mean so much to me. It's just, we have to do it. Wow. Yeah. So let's see something. Just checking something, guys. Give me a second. I have so much stuff that I need to clean off my computer. And not in a way that, like, some people have, like, a tax holder or some shit like that. But yeah, no. No, it's just, you have to start telling people that you care about them and they matter to you. Let's see something. I want to actually get to this, and this is a little bit of a topic change, but we're still gonna kind of cover it. And I want to make sure I address a few things. So, yeah, no, let's go with this. Let's go with this. All right, so, let's talk about gaming. Now, here's the thing, and I'm going to be very honest with you guys. If you're somebody that's mad about DEI or women in gaming, or the gays or the trans people in gaming, I need you to tell me why. What is your issue? Because some of you people are just, I don't know, stupid, ignorant, don't have an idea of everything that's all the storytelling we have throughout history. Some of you people are just, I don't know. Because a lot of it just sounds stupid to me. I'll never forget that I talk about so many different games and that I've played throughout the years. And quite frankly, I just don't know with some of you guys anymore. If we didn't have Samus as a woman, if she started like 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 2 years ago, people would hate Metroid. When you actually got that Samus was a chick in Metroid, I know social media wasn't around, but it's almost as if like, oh, she's a girl and she's doing this. And it was none the wiser. Games that I told you I played, one of my biggest games that I enjoyed young and even still now that I still actually play. Parasite Eve. That game is literally around a female protagonist, a woman protagonist, against a female woman antagonist who's trying to birth the ultimate being. And Parasite Eve 2 actually gets into even better storytelling. We don't talk about Third Birthday. And it's just like, what is your problem? Tifa, strong woman, protagonist. And yes, she's a protagonist in Final Fantasy VII. I forget the chick's name in Final Fantasy VI, and notice I'm doing on RPGs. What is y'all problem? We've had a history. Is it Ellie? I think it is Ellie. And no, I'm not talking about The Last of Us. I'm talking about Xenogears. Again, another RPG. We've had so many of these games. The Illusion of Gaia, the chickens in there, cause I forget what both of their names are, the protagonist and dual antagonist. We have so many of these games where we have strong female leads that aren't damsel in distress. Chrono Trigger, and again, I know I'm naming Square Soft games. Square Soft, not Square Enix. Square Soft games, but I know. We have this rich history of women in gaming that were heroines as well as creators. The chick who was like president at those point and click adventures, something, I forgot her name. But I'm bad with names anyway. It was a thing, and it didn't get to like the Xbox 360 era where it's like it's bad for chicks to be in games. And I don't get how some of these cats just grew up without a lot of. Do they just not have women influences in their lives? Even still, PlayStation 4, Infamous, Second Son. Is it? Oh God, I'm blanking on the neon chick. Fresh or Flash, whatever. Like, these are actual powerful stories in games, and you get so many of these people that are just like, no girls allowed. But Susie in there, I said girls, not girl. We can have at least one. Like, it's weird to me. It's weird to me that I see black people talking about we don't want any DEI in our games. Dog, what is your issue? Some of these cats don't want you playing their games. What is your issue? And I remember going back to a conversation that I was having just about the media in general with a friend of mine who is a quite conservative because they're, religious. And they were saying, well, they're a black woman, and they were saying the reason why they have such an issue is because they never had to learn in their brain. They never had to stretch that muscle in their brain of not putting themselves in other people's shoes. Experiencing a different life than what they've lived. They had things catered to them, and they had the whole idea of, well, this person is sort of like me, and so I don't have to go far thinking more outside the brain. And this is just evident in a lot of the stuff that we see now, a lot of the stories that we see now. And even when it's, maybe a black male protagonist, a lot of those, they don't extrude their blackness. Is, not saying that they be ghetto or something like that, but they can fit within a framework of, well, they can kind of seem white. But again, I'm rambling. Let's get to this video, shall we? Former PlayStation boss wants gamers to boycott the ghost of Yotai. Now, mind you, one of the craziest things is that the information and the story and the narrative, not information, excuse me, because all this shit is like really made up, but the narrative that a lot of these cats are actually just putting out here. This title seems so stupid. And I'm like, whoa. Somebody who had the success of a company in mind is telling you now not to play that company's. I mean, like, it's not like, you know, they took a game series away from him because, you know, he was shit. Oh, wait, I'm talking about David Jaffe. All right, let's go.
All right, let's get this out of the way right off the bat. No, I don't think Sean Layden, who now works at Tencent Games, is doing some sort of 4D chess move to try to pull one over on Sony and get the upper hand in the game wars. No, I don't really think that's what's happening here, and I'm sure there's going to be some people in the comment section saying that, but no, I think what he said on Twitter might be one of the dumbest things I've ever seen an executive in the video game industry say, ever. What's going on, guys? Welcome to another...
So, this is weird because he's setting it up as if Sean Layden is saying, like, you know, fuck PlayStation, you shouldn't buy their games. But we're going to go of how brain dead this take actually is. Now, I don't know the cat that just popped, this video just popped up on my feed, but the way you hear it, it's almost as if he's just saying, like, Sean Layden is saying, yo, this is bad, yo, you shouldn't do this. But listen what Sean Layden is actually saying.
Another episode of Smash JT. Sean Layden, the former head of Sony Interactive Entertainment, made one of the dumbest comments I think I've seen an executive ever make. A comment that I'll sum up right here, that basically telling people, if you don't like it, don't buy it.
I'm going to need you guys to actually read this tweet. And here, let me just move the chat just for a second, so you guys can actually see what it says. 1, it's a game, an entertainment, a story of a team of creators believe in. They wanted to make this. It's a game. If you don't like it, don't buy it. In fact, why not make a game you want to yourself? Now, this is what all of these anti-DIE or DEI people have been saying, these anti-wokeness people have been saying. This is what they have been literally saying. We don't want this trans character in there. We don't want this gay person in there. We don't want this woman in there. We want this gay person, this person of color in there. This is the same garbage that they have been saying to everybody that wanted to have a different type of character in the game. And yet and still, when it's said to them, they feel entitled to say, well, no, it's not for me, so you need to make it exactly for me because reasons? For reasons. It's weird because the way this man told it, he act like he put the middle finger up. It's like, yeah, I don't like your game. I don't like the fact that you are different in this game. This is literally the same thing that these motherfuckers have been telling people who want some diversity in games have been doing. So the team that wanted to make the story actually did it. They made the game that they wanted to make. And if you have a problem with it, nobody is forcing you to buy it. If you have a problem with, here. I'm going to put it in terms that people like you can actually understand. Not my audience, because my audience is smarter than this. But the people that have this issue with DEI have a problem with. Learn programming. Make your own games. Actually make a story that you you feel it has all the straightness and all the whiteness and all the man and then you want to. Do it. Have that fun. Enjoy that game. It's weird to me. It's weird to me. And a lot of these cats say that they don't even like PlayStation. They say PlayStation is too woke. They literally said Spider-Man is too woke. Spider-Man 2 is too woke. Spider-Man. From Marvel. You know, Marvel. Where they literally had so many gay or bi or even non-straight or trans characters in it. Marvel. Who literally said, let's model a group of people after, you know, minorities and see how they get treated. Marvel. Star Wars, which is, you know, the Viet Cong versus the US. Guess who the Empire was? But they're so upset that a girl can pick up a sword. How dare they? A girl can hold a sword? Well, how does she do that all barefoot and pregnant? Marvel or the games. But let's go.
And we've seen time and time again, telling gamers to not buy a game always ends up with them not buying the game.
I don't get it. I don't get it. You don't have to buy a game. Buy a game that you want to buy. You don't have to buy a console. Buy a console that you want to buy. I guess that's why nobody buys Xbox. No one wants an Xbox. It don't matter if your service is or T-flops. I'm sorry.
Hit that subscribe, give me a like, and check out SmashJT.com for the full article breaking down Sean Layden saying the really worst thing you could ever say to a community. But in a weird way, might.
And I love how he actually says it as, this is weird to me because this man is literally complaining that a former boss who actually is in competition with PlayStation is saying don't buy the game if you don't want to. This is weird to me. This makes absolutely no sense whatsoever because you're complaining that somebody says buy the game that you want to buy. That's what you're complaining about. All right, let's go.
It actually benefit him because he doesn't work at Sony anymore, so he doesn't really care if they fail. Earlier this week, during Sony's highly anticipated State of Play event, Sucker Punch revealed Ghost of Yotei, the first sequel to the critically acclaimed Ghost of Tsushima. Rather than continuing the story of Jin, the protagonist of the original game, Ghost of Yotei has taken a leap by jumping centuries into the future and introducing a new heroine, Etsu, a female Ronin who adopts a ghost persona. And while Ghost of Yotei promises some stunning visuals and immersive combat in line with its predecessor, the announcement of Etsu as the lead character has sparked considerable backlash among a lot of people, including especially myself. And if you're interested...
So, here's the thing. First of all, if you don't realize that Sucker Punch will change a protagonist if they want to tell a different story... Hello, Cole McGrath. I'm just saying. Like, dude, what? This is Sucker Punch. This is Sucker Punch. What is your problem? And again, they're telling a story. Why are you upset that somebody got a happy ending? I mean, like, I know why you upset that somebody else got a happy ending because you every time you go to the massage parlor, you be wanting one, but they don't give you one because this is not that type of place, sir. And I don't care how much money you give me. This is not that type of place, sir. I digress. But why do you think that a story can't be done? They had a story. They had a aftermath. And these are the same people that get mad. Oh, the MCU is telling the same story. The story is old. And yet, they're telling a different story the way they want to tell you. And it wasn't any story literally in that trailer, it was, oh, you think that you can come here and live a new life, be a daddy, and start all over? Oh, that's God of War Ragnarok. But it's literally like, oh, yeah, you think you can get away? You think you can be the hunter? Now you about to be hunted. That's all of the story that we got. We didn't get anything else. And you tripping. It wasn't a story trailer. It was, hey, look at these visuals. Look at some of the gameplay. And let me introduce you to this character. And you're flipping out because somebody else's story is over. You're not Jen. They didn't kill you off. They made it where they told a different story. Why are you getting upset about it? Just really, why are you getting upset about it? Again, how did them women be samurai? How is she dual wielding when, you know, she should be all breadfruit and pregnant? This is just like the literal amount of argumentation that they have. The developers decided to do another story. The sequel is another time frame. Do you get mad at this? I'm about to say they do get mad at Assassin's Creed because of that. Let's go.
Interested on that take and you missed it, I'll put it above me here. I already covered it. And yes, I am very concerned about the direction that Sucker Punch is taking this season.
Hold on. Let's see what that is. Let's see what his reaction to that is. Oh, there it goes.
When I say Ghost of Tsushima is one of my favorite games of all time, I'm not talking my top 100 or even top 50, but easily top 25, if not top 10. Ghost of Tsushima is that great, and if you've never played it before, please take some time to get to it. You likely will not regret it. But that's not the issue right now. The problem I'm seeing is something that has me extremely torn on how I'm supposed to feel right now. What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Smash JT. The actress that was hired to play the main protagonist in the follow-up to Ghost of Tsushima, Ghost of Yutai, her name is Erika Ishii, an outspoken, queer, genderless, and most important, activist that is pushing an agenda across the entire entertainment.
Oh, he's one of those. We're going to have to do this video later. We're going to do a video later. Oh, he's one of those. Oh. All right, we're going to have to get to that later. Save. We're going to cover that one. We're going to cover that one. Are these people that hurt? Are they that scared that somebody isn't somebody that they want to screw, or that they want to screw other people, that they can't even act in a game? Wait. Do they think that all actors have influences on the games or movies that they act in? Is that his issue? Is he being a smiling idiot over stuff? All right, let's finish watching this video. We're going to get to that one next.
Series. And what I explained in that video, which people already get mad at me for saying that, makes sense to be concerned, judging by what Sucker Punch and the entire game industry has been doing for the past better part of 10 years or so. Many fans of Ghost of Tsushima were very excited about the possibility of continuing Jin's journey, and when the trailer started, that was the first thing I was thinking as well. I was like, oh my god, Ubisoft's gonna be crapping their pants right now. Ghost of Tsushima 2?
So, literally, seriously, it's just about, well, you don't have who I wanted as the protagonist of your story. And so, yeah, your story is garbage. Like, seriously, that whole, oh, we hate Ubisoft for having, what is that new Assassin's Creed? I don't like Ubisoft for, like, the sexual harassment that they were doing, the damage that they were doing to their employees, you know. I don't like them for that, but you don't like it because they're changing the protagonist in the story that you haven't really seen. I don't that don't work for me. Just on the mechanical level. Just on a mechanical level. That's just like, well, the story, like, does it ruin your game so much that your gaming experience so much, excuse me, that a darker skinned person or a woman may be in it as a protagonist? Does that make the story less powerful? I mean, like, I've played some of these games that they say are woke. God of War, for instance. Never mind that Kratos was a Spartan and we know what they used to do in Greece. But, like, Freya is a strong woman. Like, do you not know mythology? Every person that they had that was a warrior in that game, as far as mythology go, Freya is a Vanir goddess of war and love and sexuality and beauty and magic. Like, she's like the Isis of that pantheon, sorta. More like Isis, Athena, and Hecate put together. But yeah, like, but you mad because she's strong and she wields a sword? Like, I think y'all need to realize oh, she was just a witch in the woods. Yeah, but she wasn't just and it's weird to me that you hear these cats just be like, woman in game, DEI, black person in game. They like, what? What? Oh, okay. Let's go.
Jin continuing his story. This is gonna blow doors, and Assassin's Creed Shadows is going to fail miserably. And then you saw the character.
Why do you want to default? Is it you just want to default because black person and woman? Seriously? Oh, now we about to have a male, still not white protagonist, but it's still better than the black man and the woman. What? What? All right, let's go.
Get unveiled, and the excitement left the room. It was a sharp pivot to go to a female activist, and it's not sitting well with a very vocal.
What makes it? What in this trailer is a female activist? She's walking around with swords and riding on horseback. What part of the story did you even hear? What is your issue?
Segment of the gaming community. We've argued that the shift represents a growing trend of pushing identity politics into beloved franchises at the expense of continuity and storytelling. As expected, the discussion around the game has quickly gained traction on social media, with some users voicing their frustration over the direction the sequel is taking, and which direction, more importantly, it's not. And there's very strong opinions on both sides of this fence, and I can see and understand both sides of it, because when I looked at this...
So, explain to me the side where there's like, it doesn't matter. Explain to me that side. Maybe I'll get to it in this video. But let's go.
Initially, I was open to it. I'm like, all right, girl boss mode, whatever. I can look past it being a girl if it makes sense in the context of the story. It doesn't feel shoehorned in and doesn't feel...
We don't even have what the story is yet. We just have a samurai, a Ronin samurai. That's all we have. You know, women were samurais, right? You understand that, right? There were women samurais. There were women warriors. You know, it doesn't take a penis to pick up a sword and know how to swing it.
Feel forced, but then the more you find out about Sucker Punch, the people working there, and then how this main protagonist is an activist, and you start to wonder how they get to doing this and what was the decision making behind it. Endymion made a tweet that I actually challenged initially and brought up in my original video covering this.
Wait, Endymion. I know I peaked in high school. That was 20 years ago, but you know, I peaked a little bit after high school. But you know, I still had a life. I still enjoyed the friendship of the people I want to enjoy. Yeah. Ghost of Tsushima sequel stars a Japanese woman samurai warrior because, of course, it does. They can't help themselves until every franchise was built on masculinity is placed by a woman. Ghost of Yotai is hopefully a smaller spin-off game, but if this is a true sequel, this is the new main character over Jin Sake. Fuck that. Wait, what? If they're doing games where they jumping hundreds of years into a future, you may not know, they may actually get whoever that dude was for Orochi Kenshin. You don't know that. All you know is that they changed the protagonist and went hundreds of years in the future. Why are these people so triggered? What do you think that they're going to be doing in the game in between missions? That's not a sword wound. It's just that type of month. Like, what do you think that they're doing? Hold on. I can't sword fight. I can't sword duel you right now. You know, I have to go pick up the baby. Like, what? I don't get why they're so triggered about this. If they were doing, and don't get me started of the whole, wait, I need to stop fighting because I need to make sure this chest armor goes to my leg armor. Like, they already do that. Like, the drip of games. What is it that triggers you so much? Is it because you don't like women? That's what it is. You don't like women. It's okay. You like men. That's fine. Like, is it, you don't want to see a woman on screen. How dare you show me a woman on screen? I don't get it. And again, I don't like Sucker Punch, mostly because they dropped Infamous. And I understand that people feel that way because they dropped Sly Cooper. But, I joke by saying I don't like it. But, seriously, bring back Cole McGrath. Bring him back. And before you actually say something about, oh, yeah, he was masculine and manly, no, real Cole McGrath wasn't this big macho guy. He was a bike carrier. And when it came to, helping people, in the good version, he did. When it came to being evil, he still was he was rated E, not for electricity, but E for everyone because everyone got the hands. Oh, but no, seriously, what is that? What is they tripping about? But because I'm not hearing a good argument. I'm not hearing a good. Oh, this actress, and they're not the author. They're not the creative director of the game. Why? And you said it. Seriously, Sucker Punch has been doing woke stuff since before. All right, let's go.
Where he said, Ghost of Tsushima sequel stars a Japanese woman samurai warrior because of course it does. They can't help themselves until every franchise that was built on masculinity is replaced by women. Ghost of Yotai is hopefully a smaller spin-off game, but if this is the true sequel and this is the new main character over Jin Sakai, F that. So sick of the forced girl boss narrative, man. And like I said, I challenged that. I was like, whoa, man, I think you're jumping a little too quick into this because we don't know enough information. It was just a trailer, and maybe it makes sense in the story arc, and maybe, this is before I understood the future time frame and stuff, I'm like, maybe Jin will appear, and maybe stuff will happen in the game where it makes sense, and our concerns are quelled, and we can move forward and be fine with it. I wouldn't just start throwing knives immediately, being mad at the Sucker Punch, because I trusted them. I didn't feel like they'd steer us wrong, and I felt like they earned us to respect what they were doing with the sequel, whatever they wanted to do with it. But after more information came out, I ended up joining Endemian's side pretty much immediately.
Oh, it was just beneficial for you to get likes and clicks. That's what it is. Oh, okay. Because it gives you likes and clicks from these losers who think that because somebody else is in the story and somebody that they can't fantasize screwing or being, then DEI. Let's go.
To which Mighty Keith, who is not the biggest fan of our side of things, said, man, what an absolute loser. And Sean Layden responded underneath that saying, 1, it's a game and entertainment. A story a team of creators believes in. They want to make this. And 2, It's a game. If you don't like it, don't buy it. In fact, why not make the game you want yourself? Which is the worst thing you could possibly say to.
Wait, what? Oh, no. Seriously? That's what triggered you? That's the context of what triggered you? That's the context of what triggered you. At first, when I was like, yo, this is still a stupid response. What triggered you is somebody saying you don't have to buy the game if you don't want to. You turned it into, oh no, they told me not to buy games. Do you dress yourself? Let me see something. Because maybe. No, he has 64,000 subscribers. I don't think that's enough to live off of YouTube. So you have to actually work a job interacting. Like, maybe if that is like, man, yo, I need to actually get to 64,000 subscribers, 65,000 subscribers, because yo, this man acts as if he's never worked with people before. Maybe that's it. But when somebody tells you, hey, it's your choice to buy it or not, vote with your wallet, what they always say, it's a personal insult. How? Oh, okay. All right, let's go. I really started thinking that this is for clout. A lot of this seems like it's for clout, but let's go.
To a gamer. Because here's the thing. Okay, one, I'm not a developer, nor do I plan to be one, nor do I try to pretend to be one. I understand how much work and effort and basically your life has to revolve around that. And I have a lot of respect, as much as I knock developers all the time, I have a lot of respect for the developers that actually put their passion into the work without injecting politics and agendas into their games and their ideologies. If you're...
No, you want politics in the game. You just want your particular politics of the game or what makes you money. Quite literally. What, again, explain to me. Who does this hurt? Who does this hurt? What political agenda have you seen of the story that they're pushing? This is just outrage bait for the losers, the soy boy losers that are upset that they don't have what I can assume is a digital penis. So I'm mad. All right, let's go.
You're a good developer, and there are a lot of good ones out there that go unnoticed all the time. I have nothing but respect for you because I understand. I've been in the game industry. I did QA testing, game master. I worked in recruiting. I've done a lot of things in the game industry. I've seen developers, and I don't want to do that. So telling gamers to just pick up a computer and start typing away and coding in C++ and become a developer and make your own game, it's very short-sighted because...
But again, this is the stuff they were telling people who you find as DEI. They were saying this for so long, and when they get into these games, when they make these games, you throw a hissy fit about it. I don't get it. It's just weird to me. It just sounds like you're mad that these games are being created and with black people or women or people that's not straight. Just say that. Just say, hey, I don't want these games created. Then we can actually address that part. But the first thing, they're making an agenda. No, they're just making games that people want to play. What is your issue? Force diversity. Nobody's forcing anything down. They're not forcing it down your throat as much as you probably would like something forced down your throat. Long, 8 to 10 inches, a little bit, chocolate covered. No Diddy. Let's go.
Gamers are gamers. Not all gamers want to be developers. Some gamers just love the games they play. And telling them to do it yourself? I don't go to a restaurant and eat really bad food and then say to the chef, hey, that's not good. I think you need to hire...
Wrong analogy. Wrong analogy, because it just lets you know the flaw in your analogy. If you have an issue with the way a restaurant cooks your food, you know what you can actually do? Go home and cook your own food. But that's not what it is. You want to be catered to. You want to be served. And I'm sorry, dog. I'm sorry. This is literally game creation tools that are prevalent right now are super easy. That's why Steam is a thing. Steam literally has crap games for bottom basement prices. Go ahead, make you a game. Get laughed off the internet by making a terrible game or a Steam asset flip game or Unity asset flip game. Go ahead. That's what you were telling all these other people to do that have the diversity, equity, and inclusion in games. But you don't want to do that. You just want to make sure that these people don't exist. Because they're in your clubhouse. How dare they be in games? But let's continue.
You're better chefs, and they say, "Oh, why don't you just become a chef and create better food?" It's like, no, I don't have time to do that, but I do like delicious food, and I like going to restaurants.
No, you can learn how to cook. It's really, really easy to learn how to cook. Very easy. But, you know, probably somebody whose mommy cooked and cleaned for them and stuff like that. And I'm not going to be as debased and just easy insults like that. But, again, this analogy falls apart when you're saying, they said not to buy their games if you don't want to. Okay. Yeah, and? But I deserve all the games. I deserve all the games to be centered to what I want them to be. No, you don't. They're creatives. They made the game that they wanted to make. But that's not what I wanted them to do. Okay, have a problem with that? Go take a long walk off a short pier. Like, you know, they made the games that they want to make. But let's continue.
So I'm not going to go to this restaurant anymore. While Layden's response was definitely intended to defend the creative decisions of the development team, it definitely has not resonated well for the majority of gamers out there.
Because among the majority of the games out there are entitled little bastards and crybabies. Oh, this game that took hundreds of thousands of hours to create, I want it for free. Oh, this piece of equipment that costs so much development time, so many resources. No, it should be like $5. Yes, gamers are entitled. I am one of them. But you know what I'm not going to do? I'm not going to knock somebody for their creative work if it's something that they wanted to do. Now, if it's something that's disgusting, yeah, of course, you know, active harm against certain people, you know, that's a problem. But just something that I don't like, I'm just not going to buy the game. I don't want to go out here and just start smashing, you know, Xboxes because how dare they make such a trash console that doesn't even do anything to expand in gaming. Just lines their pockets for a subscription service that causes the detriment of gaming because subscription services don't have money put into them like they need to. Like, yeah, no, I'm not going to go out with baseball bats and, you know, chainsaws and go destroying Xboxes. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm just like, it's not for me, and I'm going to keep on moving. I'm not going to go out and be like, oh, let me break switches because, you know, I was a fan of the Vita and I have two Vitas because one broke. And like, oh, let me go destroy switches because, yeah, they're more successful. No. I'm like, that's for you and not for me, and keep it moving. But so many of these people are just like, oh, how dare this other thing exist that I don't like. I want to spend my money the way I want to spend it. And that just means you need to cater to me exclusively and not anybody else. This is weird. Well, let's go.
Mishima said, "Yep, prepare for disappointment. You will come back later crawling to beg for forgiveness by telling us you will cast back Jin as a protagonist. But that time it will be too late."
Now, I know you guys probably can't see this, but this man's avatar is quote unquote a Astrobot type. Like, I guess it's the Ryu Astrobot. But it looks like they've extended his legs to morph it from what originally the little Astrobots that's in the game Astrobot looks like. How insecure do you have to be to even do this for a character in a game, not even a character like in a game, that you have to show I'm tall and I'm strong, and that's not even what the character actually represents. But let's read this. Yeah, prepare for disappointment. You will come back later crawling to beg for forgiveness by telling us you will cast back Jen as the protagonist, but that time will be too late. Oh, that's not how that works. Oh my god. What if they finish Jen's story? I don't think you get that. You literally can finish a character story and be done with it. Wow, these people are stupid. Let's go.
See you crying soon. Anti-Commie Gamer said, I will prepare for 2025 for sure, but not for this game. You guys continue to choose intersectionality religion over your fans and customers. You continue to show you hate white males and man in general. We will no longer accept this destructive and dangerous ideology. Boycott. And
Wait, I'm sorry. Wait, I'm sorry. What? What? Oh my god. What? I don't get it. Oh, we choose a different story. The character that we had, we gave them a happy ending. No. You hate men. Hate white men. I want to tell you guys, it's not just white men that play video games. I know, weird, shocking, shock Pikachu face. Like the fuck. Okay, all right, let's go. Oh wow.
Includes a screenshot of a lot of the things that I've been.
Wait, Ratchet is still in the Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. He's still in there. Wait. The Last of Us is a continuation. It was always actually Ellie's story. That what? You don't get. Okay. Wow, this is weird. And I haven't played The Last of Us, but I know it was always Ellie's story. But let's go.
Referencing and concerned about when it comes to the person they cast to be the main protagonist and the overall direction of gaming in general over the past decade or so. Saying don't buy it feels dismissive and completely out of touch with the concerns of the community, and it suggests that criticism of creative direction.
Wait, you don't have to buy a game that you don't want. It's not, you don't have to swear fealty to a game series, a console, or a concept if you don't want to. That's not a thing you have to. Okay.
Is irrelevant. And this points to a much bigger problem in the game industry right now, where everyone's so flippantly dismissive of criticism. Gamers aren't always angry. Gamers are passionate. We love our games. Like I said in my original take on this, Ghost of Tsushima is one of my favorite games of all time. And to see this happen to it, I'm just kind of like, ugh. Are we really letting ideologies take over the forefront of incredible game experiences?
This man is acting like we got the story about how the women want to destroy, 17th century Japan. We don't know the story. Oh my God. These people are so insecure. They're so insecure with what they see, and they don't just know anything. How? All right, let's go.
Again, not saying that a girl being the main protagonist couldn't work. I'm just saying it kind of feels shoehorned in based off of everything we're seeing. And no, that.
What does the story tell you? Wait, what? This is weird, man. What is the story telling you? We don't have a story. We just have a Western vibe. We have, oh, you think you a hunter? Now you being hunted? What is the story telling you, dog? What is the story? This is what? 3 days after. I'm recording this about 3 days after that trailer dropped. And we don't know dick all about the story. All you know is girl. Wow. Is this the extent of their... I know I deal mostly in politics on this channel. I know I do. But this is even dumb for politics. Girl, mad. Okay, let's go.
That doesn't make me a bigot. That makes me a realist, looking at the facts in the situation and understanding everything that's going into the creation.
No, I think you're a grifter. I think you're making this thing just because you want to click the algorithms. But let's go.
The game and saying, yeah, I'm not down with this. The reaction from the entire game community from Sean Layton's response highlights a very significant challenge that Ghost of Yatai is going to be facing in 2025. When fans of this established franchise feel overlooked or dismissed, it's going to create a lasting rift. And we've seen it before. It's not the first time. Last of Us Part 2, Mass Effect, Andromeda. Like, there are...
The Last of Us Part 2 so great. Mass Effect Andromeda? And I remember I was talking about this and I couldn't remember the game. Yeah, it was crap. And it wasn't because because you can be a female shepherd in like at least 2 of the first 3 games. It was just that it was just crap. It was put together poorly. We know this. But The Last of Us Part 2, let's see this. They sold 10 million copies. 10 million copies is good. What? What? Yeah, sure, whatever. Like, this is weird.
Countless examples where a game series goes completely woke and turns off an entire giant portion of the game community because they're not down with that. And we see it happening time and time again, example after example. And we keep saying, stop doing this, and you keep doing this. It's not going to end well. It just doesn't. So you can call gamers bigots all you want and say that they're the problem and point to them as being awful people. But at the end of the day, your sales are going to suffer. And the realization is, you should have done what gamers wanted in the first place. Anyways.
Gamers want everything for free and be top notch. Let's just be real. Gamers want everything for free and be top notch. That's not going to happen.
I'm going to leave it there. If you guys want more information on this wild tweet from the former head of Sony Interactive, it blew my mind when I saw that. That is crazy. Coming down.
No, you got put in your place, and that's the problem. And that's what the problem with so many of these other people are. They, you didn't 100% cater to me. It's a problem. My small penis is hurting now. It's weird. They see every change, every like, oh, maybe we shouldn't put that in the game as DEI, censorship. You hurt my feelings. Like, it's weird. It's weird. All right, so I don't know. Like, this is weird. I don't get it. I have to tell you guys, like, I didn't hear any reason why it's a bad thing other than they didn't tell the story that I wanted them to tell. I know. Just weird. I don't get it. It just breaks me because if you knew what the story was, then like, yeah, no, cool, great. But no, it's just really, really weird. And I don't know yet. I don't know. Anyway, it goes. We're gonna wrap this one up, and yeah, no. Thank you for watching this clip. If we're sticking around and streaming, we're gonna like cut this video segment here, but like, share, and subscribe, and all the other good shit. Thanks. Oh God. Oh man, you guys, tell me if I'm missing something. I didn't hear a reason of what they think this woman in a new video game is bad. Like, oh, like, yeah, most people, and these are some of the people that don't really care about the story. They care, oh, this person does cool moves. Like, do you think that they're not gonna be able to do, you know, the same game mechanics with a woman? Like, she's gonna throw hands. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, what part of the mechanics are gonna just be bad? I don't get it. I don't get it. But maybe I'm missing something. All right. Wow. Let's do one more video, then I'm gonna wrap it up for today. I may actually stream some gaming later on. I don't know. I gotta see how I feel. Yeah. Let's get to this video. So I want to actually address a few things, and we actually saw this video pop up not too long ago, and I want to actually, you know, go over this video because this was actually a fun video, and I have some issues with it, and I have some things that I agree with this video. But yeah, let's actually address this video, and then we can actually come back out and just like have some conversation afterwards. So let's go. This video contains material not suitable for all ages. Viewer discretion is advised. Okay.
BreadTube, a loose and informal group of online content creators who create video content, including video essays and live streams, from socialist, social democratic, communist, anarchist,
for Megatrain. Maybe I'd
1-wing perspectives. I've been covering some of the antics from BreadTube over the past year, and I think now is the perfect time I do one big video going over my issues with these people. 6 issues to be exact, starting with 1. They're fake nice guys.
So this man, forgot what his name is, Roz Media, he has an issue with BreadTube. Let's see if like I have some of the same issues with the people that I see in BreadTube, where we differ, where we agree with, you know, some things that may be parallel but not exactly, you know, intersecting. Let's have that conversation. The first thing, yeah, a lot of these cats are just, they pretend to be nice guys, but they not. They're nice guys to their chat, and even the ones that quote unquote are, you know, jerks or assholes, they still try to be, well, I'm part of the group and so I got to be nice to you, where they're just generally miserable people. But let's go.
A lot of these BreadTubers build a persona revolving around them being...
Speaking of just a miserable person, yeah, no, this is Noah Sampson is just, he tries to be nice, but you can tell this is a facade. Well, intelligent people can tell it's a facade. But let's go.
Wholesome and empathetic to those around them. However, there are many times where the mask slips, and their true colors come out. Many are just as hateful as the people they criticize.
Now, Big Joe, I wouldn't say he's a fake nice guy, but to me, Big Joe, how do I say this without being super insulting? He seems a little bit, you know, aloof. Not trying to be a nice guy, but just not insulting. And to some people, not being insulting is a nice guy. But it's just aloofism to me. But this guy, Zane from In Praise of Shadows, oh no, he's just a jerk. But let's go.
The difference is that they are much less self-aware and act two-faced. This also makes them morally inconsistent, which will be a common theme throughout this video. The most widespread example of this is how these creators align themselves with the body positivity movement, yet at every opportune moment, they'll make fun of someone's physical attributes. And I think it's fine to make fun of a public figure's appearance. My problem is the hypocrisy. My favorite case of this is with Jake Doolittle, who's made numerous videos on this topic.
So here's the thing. Now, you can insult somebody's appearance without not being without being with being body positive. You can say, "Oh, this person looks this way," without saying that they're just, without saying, "Oh, you're just nothing. You're lower than garbage because you look a specific way." And I think that nuance is lost with this particular argument because no, you can insult somebody's appearance without saying then they're not just trash. You can say, "Oh, look at this, this fat person right here," and say, "Oh, because you're a fat, you're just garbage and you have no self-discipline." No, you can just say it. That's a thing that you can actually do. All right, let's go.
Topic. He spends half of his Fatspo video criticizing a 16-year-old girl with an eating disorder for saying mean things about fat people. He could have literally picked anybody else, but okay. He then made a video.
So here's the thing, and I'm going to actually address that. Of course, most of these videos I haven't saw, but you can bully a bully. That's fine. But if you start saying that this person is talking about fat people, is just trash because they have an eating disorder, that's a different criticism than saying like, "Oh, this person is fat because they're a trash person." This is again something specifically different. I'm not caping either way. I don't mind insults because insults are fun, and I'm actually a leftist, but I never claim to be a nice guy. But it's just weird that you would go this. This is a weak argument, but let's go.
Video on Orange Peanut, a troll YouTuber who's made numerous videos goofing on fat acceptance TikTokers. This video from Jake ruffles some feathers, because many of his criticism of Peanut is just him making fun of his appearance and his stutter.
Like, I understand that this guy's accepting of his, armpit bruises. I agree. Maybe he could tell us how he's so confident in his small build. What's it like being 5'1"?
Yes, I do. I went through a bulk and a cut cycle. When I was bulking, I got very big because I ate a lot. And
Why do you say yes, they do like that?
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. I went through a bulk and a cut.
Okay, so here's the thing. If that was making fun of his argument, no, that's stupid. If he was saying that, he was mentally deficient because of the way he talks, again, that's stupid. But, that's something that you can actually do. Like, again, and maybe I'm just seeing it as a point of just like, no, I don't care about seeming to be a nice guy or anything like that. I just don't care. It's not something that bothers me in any kind of way of, I need to pretend to be a nice guy. I don't care, but this doesn't seem like this is a point where it's now if you were saying that because he's a musclehead that he has no, intelligent points, okay, that's going there, but just random insults, it doesn't matter. But again, it's also bullying the bully. Look, I've headed on this channel where people have came at me just all types of crazy ways. You know what I do? I insult them back. I have fun with it. I have fun with it. That's okay. This is blood sports. This is the arena. Like, why are you having an issue? But let's go.
Making fun of my speech isn't very woke of you. It's not very politically correct. This is the exact same thing that Nick is Not Green did. He made fun of my stutter. I don't know why, but all these people who preach like acceptance, political correctness, wokeness, they do the same things at the end of the day.
Being acceptance of the fact that you may have a speech thing, like that's seriously like, no, you address for people when they have it. And no, it's not just making fun out of the blue. It's stupid. And even bullying the bully, sometimes you shouldn't touch certain things. But like, it has nothing to do with woke. It's just, again, if you want to say that these guys are just as cruel as the right wingers that they talk to, yeah, no, like that's my argument. I have that argument to say like, yo, some of these people on the left use some of the same tactics that they will, crap on right wingers for, of course. But come on now, this is the weakest argument. But let's go.
It's just they only do it when it benefits them and they know their audience is gonna like it. Everybody is a piece of shit at the end of the day. It's just a matter of how.
As Peanut just said, Nick is Not Green did the same thing, while also discussing body positivity and acceptance.
I'm not forcing women to talk about anything, and as far as boobs go, we like boobs. We don't talk about them for 3 hours straight.
Both of these guys got ratioed in the comments, because their more normal fans hate it when they do this crap, though Jake turned off.
Yeah, no, the thing about it is, some people on leftist spaces, they don't like insults. Which is weird because, like, they still insult people. I see it all the time, like, until it's that one group they feel insulting. Again, God, no, like, this is weak arguments. They use insults so they can't be woke. No. Start talking about the stuff that you hear behind the scenes about them abusing their partners or actually being cruel to people that they care about. This is just weak sauce. All right, let's go.
Off the comments and edited out part of the video that made him look bad, that being the weird consent comment.
There's a possibility that you can't do certain things, like bench an unconsenting girl, right, Orange Peanut?
Huh? You want to repeat that one for me, Jake? We went from nice, lighthearted roasts about appearances and background and content to all of a sudden you're accusing me of not caring about consent of girls? What the fuck is wrong with you? No, genuinely.
Again.
Yeah, that's something that's weird. And, like, that's really, really weird to actually say. Unless you have... And one of the things that I hate that I see people on the left doing is accusing people of being pedos or stuff like that. And it's just like... Do you have evidence of that? And then stop throwing around that insult, because people that's just not straight used to have the insult thrown on them all the time for no good reason. It's weird that the left is starting to do that now. But let's go.
There's that mask slip. Another prominent individual you'll see in this video is Ethan Is Online, who does this shit all the time. He commonly mocks others' appearances despite pushing against that.
If I described to you a balding white man with a podcast who peaked in high school, you'd probably be able to perfectly capture exactly what this man looks like. Sorry to inject him into your head.
And so this is another thing that I dislike about people on the left. They throw around this whole thing about just... oh, they're white, so it's going to be a categorical insult. When you don't want it for other people. Stop. Be more creative with your insults. And like stuff like that is really, really stupid, because the moment somebody, and I'm not going to speak for anybody, the moment somebody that's categories me, put me in a category just because I'm black, I'm taking issue with that. Use a different insult. Use a more creative insult. But a lot of these people are just so lazy. All right, let's go.
Why does he look like that? Why are his eyes yellow like a Sith Lord? Why does he feel like he was built in Detroit Become Human?
Now, see, these are a little bit better insults. Not because, oh, he's white, because he looks like a freaking android. He looks like a soulless automaton. Again, not because he's white, because you can have automatons of different colors. But yeah, have better insults. If you're going to talk about somebody's appearance, have better insults. Oh God, this is a product of me growing up in the 90s. Let's go.
Who is this man? If he shaved everything but his mustache, he would look scary. He would look frightening. Beard is giving Easter Island silhouette.
Yeah, that's a creative insult. He looks like, you know, the moon from the old McDonald's commercials. Like, yeah, that's a creative insult.
Yeah, he does look like it. Someone point out he looks like from his profile, he looks like a crescent moon.
Yet when his appearance is criticized, he throws a hissy fit.
Yeah. I'm a little overweight. I don't like how it feels.
So do something about it.
I am, asshole. It's really frustrating that your fucking audience keeps commenting that shit when I...
Why is it frustrating you throwing around insults? My first response was like, I am. Remember that good 15 minutes I was giving to your mother last night when it was banging on the wall next to your room? Like, those are how you handle it. You don't go crying and weeping. Oh, they talk bad about me after they... No. Either fire back or don't use the Okay. Let's go.
I do. I used to be heavier, dickhead. But it's, you don't fucking change overnight.
Now you're the one getting mad.
You literally were just like, do something about it. Fuck off, asshole.
He is hurt by this insult, but throwing around this is childish. Okay, let's go.
It's mean. You're mean. When you talk about weight shit, you're mean, and I don't like it.
By the way, this dude flat out lied. He looked like this when he started YouTube. Noah Sampson is another breadtuber I've covered before, who's also made fun of people's appearances and mannerisms, but there are even bigger examples of this dude being two-faced. He definitely portrays himself as a calm, understanding individual, just sticking up for disenfranchised groups, but this moral high ground he stands on is just for show. On Twitter, he's made multiple death threats, though if
Yeah, no, this idiot is... Oh, I'm a soft boy. I'm a small bean. But literally goes on tyrants and gets banned off of Twitter so much about how he wishing people would self-delete or how he wished some people would just be deleted. No, you can't do that and have... All right, let's go.
Asked, he'll just explain it as jokes, like they always do. First is after he lost a debate to Vosh, with him liking a tweet where someone wanted Vosh to be put down like a dog. Then, during the super mega drama, Noah wanted Chud Logic to be melted into a large cast iron cauldron. And by the way...
And only reason why, because literally... Chud Logic, who I take issues with some of his points, was literally just made him look like an idiot. Yeah. You want somebody unalive because they made you look like an idiot. And even though he's putting these, like literally, he's putting thumbnail bait on. And you mad about this? And see, you can even look at the stream. This PDF file freak streaming like this should be rounded up and melted in a large cast iron cauldron. Why? Why does this even bother you? You had no particular point to mention this. And literally, the chick that had these allegations, she was shown to be a liar in her own video. We do actually have it where we don't dismiss women who claim to be assaulted. We don't just flat out dismiss them. We hear it, we find evidence for it, and then we proceed from there. But her story kind of was weird. And that's a whole different conversation about what people say consent is and when it's withdrawn. And it's a weird conversation. Not weird. I'm going to say nuance. It's a nuanced conversation that a lot of Zoomers and Gen Zs they don't know how to have because they've never been in a situation. So they think, oh, you are disappointed afterwards. So that's, in some cases, it may lead to feeling it's a weird nuanced conversation that I'm not going to have right now, but let's go.
Way, the pedophile part is borderline slander. Even Keffels and Xanderhall, who both hate Chud Logic, don't think Chud is a pedo.
Chud Logic and all, he is not a pedophile though. I am very familiar with the drama that happened where people tried to slander him as a pedo. I even spoke to him in private about that drama when it was going down and got like all the screenshots and info and everything. He's not a pedo.
Here's where I'll make a correction from the last time I talked about Noah. I stated that this tweet was what got him banned from Twitter, but what really got him banned was this tweet describing how he killed Elon Musk. This is the same guy making videos with his crappy bisexual lighting, ironically wearing maid outfits by the way. These guys don't fool me. They're fake nice guys who take advantage of their viewers, leading us to our next point. 2. They weaponize their audience. I've seen...
Oh. This is a point where I'm going to have to disagree with you. All right. So, why do you say that I disagree with? Unless he's going to come up with evidence. Like, I admit that they're fake nice guys. The stronger evidence about how they will use some of the same tactics that the right will use. And they say the right is bad, but they use some of the same tactics. You can actually agree to that. I can actually agree with that. I see it. But the points that he used to make that argument was they use insults. And when they use insults, it's bad that they use insults. No, they disagree with you, dog, and so they're going to insult you. And maybe that the left should use a stronger argument other than they use insults so they're bad. Yeah, no shit. Like, that's something that, yeah, no. Because they hurt your feelings, they're bad. That's not a good argument. That's not a good argument. But the other parts of his arguments were weak. But let's go.
Many instances of breadtubers using their audience as either a sword or a shield. For instance, they'll use them as a suitable defense against opposition, or to attack and harass those they deem irredeemable. My favorite example of the former is definitely the Balenciaga scandal, which I went over more in detail in my denims video. Basically, this fashion company posted some sus marketing photos, one showcasing a document relating to a CP court case, and other showing little girls holding teddy bears that have bondage on. YouTuber Shoeonhead was pretty much the figurehead of this controversy, calling out Balenciaga's actions and giving updates. Breadtubers that she deemed friends, being Xander Hall, Demon Mama, and Denims, called her out for this with very bizarre reasonings. They all tried downplaying the controversy, while at the same time insisting it would negatively affect the LGBTQ community. This had nothing to do with queer people, yet they for some reason insisted that this will give conservatives.
So that was a stupid argument. And I know where it actually came from. It came from that whole kink and pride stuff. And what a lot of these online streamers don't realize, as somebody who is, just to give you a background, first, I'm straight. I am a man that enjoys women. Like, I really enjoy women. That being aside, and I'm also somebody who may not be as vanilla as a lot of people claim to be. I maybe New York vanilla or French vanilla, but I know a little bit that may be in the realm of, kink. Normal people don't just put that out everywhere. Normal people don't just like, oh yeah, we need to just walk out with gear everywhere. We need to just be out and proud and loud with the, like, no, that's you have no idea of how many straight couples, married couples are into like kinky stuff, but they don't put it out on Main and put it out on Front Street. That's not a personality. Kink is not a personality. But so many of these online streamers want to make it a personality. So many people that don't interact with just the normal part of the public want to make that as a personality. It's not. It's just something that you do in the privacy of your own home. And yes, we have the streams that give you access to people's like real life. No, it doesn't. But like, yeah, you don't have to be, oh yeah, like, man, like, no. And if you are not straight, it's still not a personality. It's something that you actually do. And so many of these online streamers forget that they need to win people over to their side and put out something that is openly, or put a point of view that is openly abhorrent to some people. You're not winning. And shaming people for saying like, no, we shouldn't have that out in public like that is not winning people over. All right, let's go.
Fodder to spread hate. They don't realize that they're the ones giving them fodder by even implying gay people have something to do with this.
Exactly.
So, Xander Hall says, Shoeonhead on her way to once again use her massive platform to provide the neo-Nazis in her audience with fodder they can use to justify the murder of gay people. But this time, one day after an anti-gay terror attack. By the way, fucking based Xander Hall. Can we get some motherfucking hypers in chat for Xander Hall having the balls and the spine and the Giga Chat energy to be a real trans ally? Because unironically, that's what it looks like. Xander Hall out here fucking spitting and showing you all how
being into kink has nothing to do with being trans. There are people that are cis that are into kink. It is not a personality type. It is not a requirement to be a trans. Oh my God. We know Demon Mama is stupid as shit. We just know that. But really? Let's go.
How it's done.
Calm down, dog. It's just a shitty Patrick Bateman meme. Basically, these people were waiting for a good opportunity to shit on Shuon Head, as I don't like the fact that she goes after both sides in videos. They use their audiences, which are filled with lots of queer people, to attack someone else by manipulating them into thinking the scandal will negatively affect them in any way. Vosh would use a similar tactic earlier this year, when his special folder got leaked live on stream.
You can see this is an example of the kind of structure that I'm referring to.
If you somehow don't know what he had on there, it was AI-generated images involving horses and little girls, doing some pretty disgusting things. When Ethan Klein and other YouTubers called him out for being a lolly enjoyer, he clapped back with this.
I like the part where he said this is a pedophile community. Yeah, did he say that with regards to there being a lot of transgenders here? Is that what he meant?
Now, this is true. A lot of these people online, this is why I've come to separate myself from a lot. Well, I was never really part of the community, but I look at with more discernment for these videos where it's just like, being gay doesn't mean that you go after children. I know, like, for real. Being bi doesn't mean that you go after children. Being trans doesn't mean that you go after children. Stop associating that with people in your community that's screwed up just so you won't alienate them. This is weird. This is like, and seriously, being straight doesn't preclude you from going after children. Being cis doesn't preclude you from going after children. It's not a requirement for being that different of sexuality or gender. It's these people, and especially with the online left, where they like, oh no, my community thinks it's base, so I need to do it. Like, no, dog, we need to have some. Hey, what did I see somebody say? That idiot Joe Lewis talking about we should abolish school. Wait, what? Really? You gonna say that? And it's just like, it's so much of this dumbness to fight the system. We need to fight the system that they end up looking like idiots or deviants. But let's continue.
Curious.
It's not a pedo community because trans people are part of it. It's because parts of your audience are defending the fact that you're sexually attracted to kids, and have made numerous arguments for why CP should be legal.
So, there's pedophiles, right, who buy child pornography. Would you say they should not be held responsible for doing that?
Yes.
Really? Even though they're directly supporting child rape?
Yeah, I think it's hypocritical. If I bought my computer and the silicon in it was.
So we can go back now and watch this. Watch this, and it's just like, oh yeah. Now we know why you're defending it, dog. Now we know why you're defending it. It's like that old R. Kelly song when he's performing on stage. He's like, "Do you have your passport?" And you go back and realize, oh shit, he's probably because he's about to traffic some people. Like, for real. I'm going back and watching the Diddy parties. We talking about, yeah, first you need some water to get the women there because they drink water at parties. Then you need to turn up the heat because people get more free and heat, and then you need locks on the doors. All right, let's go.
Farmed in Africa by slaves. If I can do that, and that's legal, and no one's gonna call me out my shit, then yeah, I have to be consistent in that respect.
Nice false equivalency there, douchebag. The difference is that one product could be made ethically, while the other cannot. Vosh can make the excuse that he's debate-brained all he wants, but that folder and the loads of other evidence that he's into lolly proves that wrong. It's just gross how he automatically thinks an attack on his defenders is an overall attack on trans people. One of those defenders was Keffels, who in my opinion is way worse than Vosh. It would take too long to cover all the awful things she's done, so I'll summarize it as this. She kept changing the story about her doxing, lied about which website doxed her for more clout, raised $100,000 for a supposed legal case, and then wasted the money on vacation and streaming gear, knew about the grooming that went on in her Discord server, admitted to grooming minors, and promoted a site that sells homemade drugs to minors that has a lolly on the packaging.
And there were people that defended this. And like, for real, this is like, why would you defend this? Why would you defend that? Even if you were saying, well, I'm sticking up for, trans kids that parents don't let them transition when it, okay, that's fine. But the promotion of this, and I don't even agree with that. That's the weird part about it. But the promotion about this whole thing about, well, if they should be able to do this, they should be able to do that without even medical intervention. That's the whole thing. It wasn't even that well, you know, their parents may think that transness doesn't exist and they want them to be the no, it was like, no, you do it on your own. You transition on your own, regardless of what it may actually be harmful to everybody. By the way, let's start making bathtub insulin. I know that was a Demon Mama thing, not a Keffels thing, but this is how fight the system that they are. They forget we have the Food and Drug Administration for a reason. You don't want to go to a time where we have numbers of people actually trying back alley stuff to get medical treatment. You don't want to go back to the time. But let's go.
When Mudahar released this video showcasing the evidence for all of this, Keffels used the ultimate trump card, transphobia. She spread this lie to her audience, stating that Muda used the wrong pronouns in the announcement tweet, and that the art in the thumbnail was transphobic.
Yeah, this was actually a weird one too. This is a weird one. Not only did Mudahar say she, Mudahar also used they them, which Keffels also used. Was the picture ugly? Yeah, that wasn't the only picture that he used that was an ugly version of a person. Like, okay, let's go.
These claims are retarded as all hell, but Keffels' diehard fans believed it and started going after Muda. They even made up conspiracy theories for how his wife is some sort of fascist right-winger. Late last year, Jake Doolittle released a hit piece of sorts on Ethan Klein, basically accusing him of faking a health scare for money. In reality, Ethan did legit think he had lupus, and was very open about it on stream. Jake did this under the guise of defending those in his audience who have chronic illnesses like himself. If he made things personal like that, he knew his audience would be more willing to go after Ethan and ruin his career in some way. This didn't end up happening, which I'll bring up later. But basically, Jake was once again using his Lyme disease to benefit himself financially. He also has a non-profit that sells branded merch. What the website doesn't tell you is that 90% of the profits from his overpriced junk goes to him. Only 10% goes to people in need. Jake had only admitted to this at the end of a few videos.
Also, if you feel like it, you can donate to the Never Stop Fund. 10% of all profits from the clothing brand go into the fund, so either way, you're helping people out.
If you're selling merch on a non-profit, you probably shouldn't be taking profits from it. Kinda scummy, dude. It's more clear now on the website, but still. Sorry about that tangent. Anyways, I want to give one more example of these guys weaponizing their audiences with malicious intent. The super mega drama. I won't get too detailed into this, because there's loads of other videos that do a good job at that. But basically, a bunch of YouTubers and streamers made statements accusing Matt Watson and Ryan McGee of some pretty awful things. Most of these statements were disproven, involving cheating and homophobia, but what stuck around a bit longer was the allegation spread by Lex Updog. She alleges that Matt and Ryan knowingly covered up her sexual assault by a channel artist, yet they showed evidence of her wanting to keep it private. Many of her other claims are also disproven, but Lex, her pal Nick is not green, and her boyfriend, Ethan is online, stayed stubborn. Throughout this drama, they pretty much used the topic of SA to motivate their audience to cancel Super Mega, even holding a live stream on Ethan's second channel to celebrate. This was pretty gross behavior, especially when Matt and Ryan's late friend Daniel was brought up. Lex alleged that the two would make jokes about his passing, which they denied. Even if they did, who cares? They're allowed to make jokes about their trauma. I mean, Ryan was the one who found his body.
The person making these claims never knew Daniel. They definitely were not a part of the group that experienced the trauma of losing him. And I think, honestly, it is disrespectful to bring him up as a weapon. I felt like he was just brought into the situation for drama's sake to try to hurt me or Matt or hurt our image. I have done enough shit to tarnish my image, but I will not stand by and let someone talk lies about the way I talked or treated my trauma in regards to Daniel.
The fans of the trio didn't care, and left various nasty comments on his goodbye video, so much so that the comments had to be turned off. Only Nick would apologize for this, and Ethan and Lex would remain adamant that all their allegations are true.
So this was what I was talking about a little bit earlier about the whole Lex Updog stuff and all that other good stuff. Yeah, like, I want to actually kind of address this. As far as weaponizing the audience as a sword, I'm sorry, that's just not proven that they actually tell people to harass or, dox or dog or any of their people in their audience. First of all, the audience that they have, they couldn't openly be told to do that. Now, use their audience as a shield. Of course they do. But what happens is, and correct me if I'm wrong, a lot of these people that do that in their audience, they don't have to be told that. They are, I'll just say this. You don't have to have a weapon for your audience to be You don't have to be seen as a weapon for your audience to attack other people for no good reason, because some people in their audience are just that, losers, and so they need to attack people to feel better. And that's what's happening with that situation. And again, these are some points that are intersect or parallel, and you know, I don't know, it's just one of those things where a lot of these people are just sorry, I gotta stand up for a second. They're just losers. I hate to say it like that, but they are just losers. But let's continue. Let's go.
True. For someone who holds people super responsible for what they say, you truly are a hypocrite, Ethan.
And as a creator, spreading this kind of parasocial rhetoric and allowing it to be okay on your channel is not only irresponsible, but it's probably going to bite you in the ass one day.
But this isn't the only tactic these guys use to attack their opponents. They also love labeling them as full-blown extremists. 3. They dehumanize their opponents. BreadTube being...
Alright, so this is a point where, just bringing it up, I will have to agree with more than anything. But let's go.
Filled with many on the far left view those of opposing viewpoints as inherently bad, even those who most would consider right-wing. Even the occasional left-wing personalities get called Nazis from time to time. They do this due to they're either with us or against us mentality, trying to draw a line between their side and everyone else. This instead alienates people and makes them more radical, which is not a good thing on either side of the political spectrum. I first brought this topic up in my Noah Samson video, as he loves to label his opponents as incels, red pillars, reactionaries, or fascists. An issue I have with this is that he doesn't properly define these terms, as he kind of throws them around all willy-nilly. I mean, there's this one video where he shows a cringy workout motivation video and describes it as this.
Like, I'm all for a little gym motivation, right? But why does it have to be a little bit fascist, you know? I don't know, it seems not great.
Yeah, so, yeah, no, for real, something like this is so goddamn irritating. Because he's right. So many people on the left, and this is one of the things that I want to advocate as somebody who's a leftist person. Stop othering people. Stop acting like so many other people just want you unalived, and it's the whole group of these people that just want you to not be around anymore, be it verbal or not verbal, visual, or you know, with resonance 6 feet under. Stop. This is not the whole group of conservatives, but so many people on the left have this issue where what does Hassan say? They either hogs or thumbs or whatever. If you want to reach that person, if you want to have your ideas spread, then learn how to talk to other people. You don't just go off like, you know what, you're a trash person, you're a trash being, and so you're all absolutely wrong. So you need to listen to my point and expect people to listen to your point. That's not how that works. Let's go.
What does showing fat people as lazy have to do with fascism? You can criticize that video without making it so political like that. Another breadtuber who unnecessarily used the term fascist is Big Joel, who made a video titled, "Conservative Comedy Destroyed My Life." In this video, he reviews the nostalgia critic video on the 1982 Pink Floyd film, The Wall. It's a pretty bad video, and I went over why in my worst YouTuber song list, but Joel's criticism of it is incredibly questionable. I mean, Doug himself is not political, and neither is this video really. Joel alludes to Doug being a liberal centrist, but then calls him reactionary as he dives into a contentious scene.
So yeah, that's actually weird. Say the nostalgia critic is cringe. Say the nostalgia critic is a centrist, actually leaning more left, but don't act as if if they're not as far left as I am, then they're fascist. It's stupid. It is incredibly stupid, and it's escalating, and it makes you look like an idiot. It makes you look as an extremist. But let's go.
The scene being parodied alludes to fascism, while the parody itself has a pretty pretentious message about cancel culture, but it wasn't intended to spread any sort of political messaging. This doesn't stop Joel from saying this.
Doug looks at a film about a Nazi who screams about murdering Jews and says, "That guy's just like me. I'm gonna make a whole song about how much I love that guy." And that's not funny, at least not on purpose. It's sad.
Again, criticize the shitty video all you want, but you lost me when you tried to string together a political message out of it. Other breadtubers use similar tactics to create sort of a scapegoat for the opposition in order to discuss the criticism. During the Super Mega drama, Nick would refer to his haters as Reddit debate dorks. The first time was indirectly in a separate video.
Today I'm wearing my scary shirt to make me look a lot more scary. There's too many Reddit debate bro dorks on this website trying to come after.
Wait, what? Because somebody disagree with you, they're Reddit debate bro, like debate perverts. This is like the weirdest thing. I can't address their points, so they're debate bros, or stop it. Stop it. Just say I can't address their points, or I need. Okay, all right, let's go.
After me every single day. So I thought I'd show him a little bit of what I'm made of. You know, do I look scary?
Sure, buddy. Anyways, he says something similar in an Instagram story, very clearly referencing Destiny, who began looking into the Super Mega drama thanks to Turkey Tom.
Okay, so let's just see what it says. What should I yap about today on Green is not Nick? Have you seen what's going on your Reddit? Why are people so mad? A certain debate bros fan base has had aims on me for weeks. They will not move on to the next target. They'll move on to the next target in a month. The same people who try getting people banned for saying, yeah, I'm on Twitch, so I can't say that word. You know, here's the thing. Hot take. If you don't like racial slurs being used on you, maybe you shouldn't use racial slurs. If you think it's fair game, cool. Let's everybody use fair game. I don't think it should be fair game to start using racial slurs, so that's why I don't use them. Hot take, right? If I don't want to be called the N-word with a hard ER, maybe I don't start using the other word that starts with a C. Maybe I shouldn't do that. Maybe that's a thing. Almost not down my PS5. Wow, okay, let's go.
Then we come to In Praise of Shadows, who I'll call Zane for the rest of the video. Surprised I really haven't discussed or talked about him on the channel yet, though to be fair, a lot of channels did. I did archive the original video, so you're welcome. Basically, this dude makes horror movie videos and made a really bad review of The Hills Have Eyes, where he compares the cannibals to American minorities. This basically sent him into a downward spiral, leading to the—
Yeah, no, that was straight up that was straight up the wrong thing. You want to seem woke, you want to seem accepting, you want to seem like not racist, but you literally said that if you white, you was specific thing. That's racism, dog. Also, comparing Native Americans to cannibals, that's not a good look, man. That's not a good look whatsoever. I know, weird, because I don't know. I think we've seen that song before, but let's go.
Video, Bad Conservative Horror Movies. Most of this video has nothing to do with the title, and is mainly a response to the hate he gets, along with being a hit piece against a bunch of YouTubers he has a hate boner for. The main one being Wendigoon, who he describes as a fascist bootlicker.
Claiming to be very against the government and for the rights of the people, while at the same time giving a warm embrace to one of the biggest fascist bootlickers on the internet. And the only thing that one could reasonably gather from this picture of them hugging is that he too is a fascist bootlicker himself.
Dude, Donut Operator is a former cop, who occasionally criticizes other cops. What are you on about? A lot of this segment is just Zane trying to label all of Wendigoon's friends as right-wing fascists, despite most of them not being political at all. They just like guns, and Wendigoon himself is Christian. One of the only political YouTubers he mentions is Shu, who Zane refers to as this.
He is publicly friends with Shoe on Head, who is a conservative masquerading as a leftist, who has built a career off of lazy anti-woke content, complaining about SJWs, who says stuff like, Karl Marx rising from the grave finding out his movement has been taken over by fat, ugly, mentally ill losers.
Yeah, Shu is on a secret—
I mean, like, I don't know. And the fact is that there's a reason why he didn't read the full tweet. There are literally people that feel like, oh no, if you take care of yourself, then you're being fascist. As somebody who literally has a terminal health conditions as diagnosis right now. The reason why I didn't take care of myself, because I was working and I was doing stuff like raising a kid or working or being tired from work. Literally. And when I did have the time to actually exercise, I did it. Or I had to eat crappy food because that's what was cheap. Say that. Oh, you're trying to be healthy, so that's being fast. It's like, no. Being lazy and lay down in bed all day, that's not being free or socialist. That's being lazy and laying down in bed all day. Say you have a health condition. Say that, say I have issues where I can't do it. But to sit back and say, oh, you want to be healthy, that's fascism. No. Oh my God, let's go.
From the grave, finding out his movement has been taken over by fat, ugly, mentally ill losers.
Yeah, she was not a secret conservative. She voted for Bernie Sanders. Lobbying these pretty average people as right-wing extremists is pretty hilarious, as this dude is an actual extremist. I mean, at one point he claims that Wendigoon should be allowed in public, due to the beliefs Zane described him.
I care deeply about horror, and everything that he does has demonstrated so far in his career that he should not be welcomed in our spaces. Or even, just in public in general.
He also accuses Wendigo of being racist, strictly because of the area he lives in.
Deep Appalachia is very white country, and for the most part, is exceptionally racist. Genuinely in this part of the country, you have to assume that any white person you meet is racist unless they show you otherwise.
So, here's the thing. That's not cool at all. It's not cool at all. Because if somebody started labeling black people that way, it is a problem. I would personally have a problem if they start labeling, the black people that live in this part of the country, they're criminals. Have a better insult. Have a better take. Have at least a reason why somebody is racist besides them being white. I'm sorry, just have better. Have better information. Have better reasons. Say, oh, it's not too many black people that live in this part of the country, so they're not used to being around black people, so they're more susceptible to, the stereotypes that is guilty among everybody who's not a part of that specific group. Have that. But say, nope, if you meet a black or a white person, until they prove it, they're racist. That's stupid. That is incredibly limited, incredibly one-sided, and that is racist. Am I saying that there aren't people that are racist in that part of the country? I'm not saying that. Yes, we know that there are racist people in that part of the country. But don't just say, well, because they're white, they just have, ingrained sin in them to be racist. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. Because one, you're going to people like, you know what? If you're going to say that, then fuck you. I'm going to be that. Then you have the other people that's like, well, I have a black friend. And that just sounds cringy and yeah, exactly. Stop doing that. That is a problem. But let's go.
What would I call someone who judges another person based on skin color? Oh, I know. Racism. Good job, Zane. Glad it's people like you determining who's racist. Now, I really didn't see any other RedTubers defending this dude, as this video was bad, even for their standards. Though these guys produce similarly bad faith videos, it's just never this blatant. Noah Samson recently talked about Zane, mentioning that was just weird.
So in case you couldn't tell by the footage he's showing on the screen, this guy's referencing, it seems like In Praise of Shadow's video about Wendigoon, if anyone's familiar with that. My audience might not be, but pretty weird video, pretty weird and bad video. I like that guy's videos otherwise, that was just a really weird video.
I guarantee you Noah's downplaying it, because his exposed videos are just as poorly done. I mean, his Cheeto video basically painted him as a terrorist for reacting to something from libs at TikTok. He also accused Patient Xena of creating a right-wing pipeline, for not thinking racism wasn't the only reason people didn't like the Little Mermaid remake, and has made numerous attempts that don't get on Think Before You Sleep for being far-right and doing bad research.
Think before you sleep when you actually look into his channel and actually watch the videos. And I know I just said a lot of these people don't watch the videos. They actually, just take what their favorite YouTuber or streamer says and just runs with it. That goes back to my point that they don't have to weaponize their audience by telling them to go attack this. They just paint them in that. And as somebody who actually responds to the video, the full video, when I can, yeah, it's kind of weird. But let's go.
These usually never work for him, and he even deleted the Patient Xeno video earlier this year. They do this because at the end of the day, BreadTubers are only really looking to make their political team look good, not having nuanced or interesting discussions, which leads us to our next point. 4. They treat everything as team sports. A lot of the—
Alright, I'm gonna have to do this later, guys. I'm a little bit tired. I need to go run some errands, but yeah, no, this is great. This is fun. This is I just can't finish watching this video. And not because it's a poorly bad video, because there's a lot of these criticisms I have, either in kind or the same criticism, but it's, you know what my problem is, my stance is. Maybe we'll pick this up later. Anyway, we're going to cut this video segment here. Alright guys, so yeah, I do have some things to do this afternoon, and I may actually get back on and actually do some streaming games. But I do want to say thank you guys for watching. You know, you guys, if you haven't done so already, like and subscribe. I have a Patreon that you can actually join. And yeah, thank you for watching. Take us away.
What do you think that these executives are afraid you're going to do to white America?
Probably stop some racism.
Stop racism?
Yeah. I'm probably afraid of that, because then people don't hate each other, and people start talking to each other, and then they start talking to each other, they find out who's the problem.
Which is?
Greedy people.
Greedy people. I have a couple things I want to ask you there. Do you really think that some of the guys that you dealt with at NBC, no names, right? Because there's lawsuits for that too, that some of these guys really want to promote racism actively, or is it a subconscious?
I just think it's part of capitalism, is to promote racism, you know, right? In order to make things work. If you feel better because you're white and you can get a job, you use that. I mean, you know, I would.
Absolutely.
Say, I'm sorry, Jack, but shit, they say I'm white. I'm going to use this.
Right, absolutely.
Get this job. I'm hungry, you know. But, and that separates people. So they keep people separated, and that keeps them from thinking about the real problem. That's as simple as I see it. Probably it's not that simple, but...
Now, all right, you and I are about the same age, right? We're in our mid-30s. How long is it going to take before guys who think like you, and I say guys who think like me, people who don't want to have racism in the country, people who don't want to be oppressing any minority, whatever it is, sexual, whatever minority, really get into positions of power and can change things?
You can't get in a position of power, it seems, if you think like that. It seems that the only time you get in a position of power is if you're like the people that are in power. To me, I mean, that's the way it goes. I mean, people that get to become executives become like the people that were already executives.
I don't know, maybe...
They go in with good intentions, but it eats them up. It's like a cesspool, you know, it just gets on you and it starts
the system
eating.
levels them.